The first and perhaps most telling sign of mutual attraction is the effortless flow of conversation between you. Unlike forced small talk or awkward pauses that plague most interactions, talking to this person feels natural, as if you've known each other far longer than you actually have. The words come easily. Whether you're discussing something trivial like your morning routine or diving into deeper topics like dreams and fears, what makes these exchanges special isn't the subject matter, it's the energy behind them. You'll notice a warmth in their responses. It's a spark of excitement in their voice when they engage with you, and a genuine curiosity in the questions they ask. These aren't polite filler questions. They're intentional, designed to keep the conversation going because they truly want to hear what you have to say. Another key indicator is how hard you both work to prolong the interaction. Neither of you wants it to end. You might tack on an asterisk, by the way, ... or asterisk, oh, one more thing, ... just to delay saying goodbye. Even when the main topic fades, you effortlessly pivot to something else, as if there's an unspoken agreement to keep the connection alive. This isn't how people talk when they're merely being friendly, it's how they communicate when they're genuinely drawn to someone. You'll also find that silences aren't uncomfortable. Instead of scrambling to fill the quiet, you both settle into it comfortably, as if the mere act of being near each other is enough. This relaxed dynamic is rare. Most people feel pressured to perform in conversations, but with this person, you don't. There's no second guessing. No overanalyzing your words afterwards. Just a natural rhythm that makes every exchange feel meaningful. Perhaps most telling is how these conversations leave you feeling afterward. You walk away lighter, energized, replaying moments in your head with a quiet smile. And if you pay attention, you'll notice they do the same, sending follow-up texts, bringing up inside jokes later, or finding small ways to reignite the dialogue. When two people are mutually attracted, conversation isn't just talk. It's the foundation of something deeper. A silent language that says, asterisk, I want to keep this going. Moments later, or your laughter might naturally fall into the same rhythm. This physical mirroring creates a silent harmony that makes being together feel strangely effortless, like two dancers moving to music only you can hear. But the mirroring goes deeper than just body language. You'll start recognizing it in how you match each other's emotional tones as well. When they share something vulnerable, you instinctively respond with equal openness rather than brushing it aside. If they express excitement about something, your energy lifts to meet theirs without conscious thought. Even your speech patterns might begin to align, adopting similar phrasing, pacing, or verbal quirks. This emotional attunement is particularly telling because it's nearly impossible to fake. It happens organically when two people are genuinely engaged with one another on a deeper level. The most fascinating aspect of this mirroring behavior is how it creates a feedback loop of connection. As one person leans in slightly, the other responds in kind. When one speaks softly, the other lowers their voice to match. This dance of reciprocity builds an increasingly strong bond with each interaction, reinforcing the attraction without either of you having to say a word about it. You might notice how comfortable you feel in these mirrored moments. There's no stiffness or self-consciousness, just a natural flow where your actions and reactions feel perfectly in sync. This comfort level is significant because it indicates a fundamental compatibility that goes beyond surface-level attraction. When mirroring happens this effortlessly and consistently, it's one of the clearest signs that what you're experiencing isn't just one-sided interest, but a genuine mutual connection that's developing on its own. Time behaves differently. When you're with someone you share a genuine connection with, what begins as a quick meet somehow stretches into hours without either of you noticing the passage of time. You might sit down for what was supposed to be a 30-minute coffee break, only to realize the cafe is closing and you've been talking for 3 hours. Phone calls intended to last 10 minutes somehow carry on well past midnight, with neither of you wanting to be the first to say goodbye. This distortion of time isn't accidental, it's your brain's chemical response to the dopamine and norepinephrine released during pleasurable interactions. These neurotransmitters not only make the experience feel exhilarating, but they literally alter your perception of how much time has passed. The remarkable thing about these extended interests to make ours feel like minutes, or it does, After parting ways, you'll often find yourself surprised at how long you actually spent together. The interaction leaves you feeling energized rather than drained, as if you've been briefly transported to a separate reality where normal rules don't apply. You might notice yourself smiling at random moments, afterward replaying parts of the conversation in your mind. What's most significant is when you realize they're doing the same, texting you later about something you discussed, or making plans to continue where you left off. This mutual loss of time awareness is one of the most authentic indicators that you're both equally invested in the connection, creating your own little world whenever you're together. The dance of physical closeness between two attracted people unfolds with subtle yet unmistakable cues. You'll find yourselves naturally minimizing the space between each other, your bodies unconsciously seeking proximity without any deliberate thought. When sitting together, your knees might angle toward them rather than facing forward. In group settings, you'll notice you've somehow ended up standing closer than necessary. These small movements speak volumes while we typically guard our personal space with others, with someone we're drawn to. That invisible boundary softens and eventually disappears. The magnetic pull manifests in fleeting touches to a brush of hands when reaching for the same item, a light touch on the arm to emphasize a point, or lingering just a second longer during a hug goodbye. What makes these physical connections significant is their effortless quality. There's no awkwardness or hesitation, just a natural gravitation that feels completely organic. You might observe how they mirror your movements, leaning in when you do, adjusting their posture to face you more directly, or unconsciously playing with their hair when engaged in conversation with you. Even in crowded spaces, your awareness remains attuned to their presence, your body subtly orienting itself to maintain that connection. The comfort level is telling too. Neither of you feels the need to abruptly pull away from accidental contact, instead allowing those small moments of connection to linger. This physical language extends, gradually but surely, each small breach of personal space paving the way for deeper connection. When this physical ease is mutual, it becomes one of the most authentic expressions of attraction, the body's honest language thread keeping you connected. Between meetings, a quiet acknowledgement that neither of you is ready to let the interaction truly end. What makes this lingering effect so powerful is its organic nature. You don't force yourself to think about them. Your mind naturally drifts in their direction during quiet moments. Mundane experiences suddenly become potential stories to share later. A song on the radio reminds you of their taste in music. You spot their favorite snack at the store and consider picking it up for next time. This mental preoccupation isn't anxious or obsessive, but rather a pleasant background awareness that colors your day. When you discover they've been having similar thoughts, when they reference something you didn't realize they'd remember or surprise you with thoughtful gestures, it creates a profound sense of being truly seen and valued. The most telling sign appears in how you both begin weaving each other into your daily narratives. You save funny memes to share later, make mental notes of restaurants they might enjoy, or find excuses to visit places they've mentioned liking. This isn't merely being polite, it's your subconscious creating bridges to future interactions. When two people are mutually attracted, these small investments accumulate naturally, building a foundation of shared experiences and private references that belong only to you, too. The beauty of this afterglow lies in its reciprocity. The equal energy you both put into maintaining that connection, even when apart, speaks louder than any grand romantic gesture ever could. It's in these quiet, in-between moments that the depth of your connection reveals itself most authentically.